All right, it is Wednesday, February 21. It's about 1:45 p.m. on the West Coast. It just came to my attention that the first video of my review that I posted earlier, the audio cut out. I think I must have hit the mute button by accident. I don't know what happened. Anyway, I don't have a lot of time to do this, but I'm just going to do a quick review so I have my audio captured for when I look back on it, and if anyone else is interested as well, of course. So today I was 3-1. My first trade I took on two accounts, so PA2 and Eval 31, both got the win. And then my second trade of the day took a loss, and that one is I took on PA6 and Eval 22. And so those both got a loss. I stopped trading PA6 and just accepted it for the day. And then I traded my next trade on Eval 22 only on a separate chart, which is, which one? This one. And so I took that, and then I took a fourth trade that I took on Eval 22 as well as Eval 23 at the same time. And so 4 trades for the day. Unfortunate that one of the trades, well, the trade that I took a loss on was on PA6, but I wasn't too focused on that nor too worried. My main focus is right here on PA number 2. And that win now makes me be about 6 trades or so away from qualifying for a payout. I'm just over $600 away from the 2,600 amount that qualifies. So I'm glad I avoided a loss on this, because if I had took my second trade on the same account, then this account would have taken a hit. So I'm glad I locked in the profit for the day at the time that I did. And it's too bad I wasn't able to get one more win in a row. So that PA6 would have had a win also. It was getting later in the day by the time I took this trade. It was already almost 9:15. And when I get into the trades real quick, there's some reasons why I could have stayed out of this. But it caught me, and took the loss. It's great. It doesn't affect me too much when I know that, like, okay, the account that I cared about the most didn't get affected by the loss. And so, yeah, I don't want to get losses on this account, but if I do, well, it's really not as consequential right now at this point. So all good there. Didn't really throw me off. I went on to win, 2 more times after I took the loss. But let me get into the charts and everything real quickly. 71% discount has been going on through midnight tonight, I believe, and the 1-day pass is through the market close today. You can use this code or any other. There's a lot of speculation that maybe we'll get a good promo for the 100 million payout, and that Apex just crossed. And so maybe there'll be a 90% in one day, or maybe I'll be an 80% in one day continued, or who knows what they'll do, but maybe they'll do something good. Also, check out my live stream every day, where you can go back, every day live. You can watch me between 9:45 and 12:30 Eastern, but you can also go back. I leave all the recordings of my live streams, so you can see how all these trades played out in real time, and you can see how that went down. And otherwise, let's quickly get into what these trades were and wrap this video up real quick. Okay, so when I started out today, the charts really weren't all that great for me. All the charts basically had at least one loss, and as far as entries before I started trading. And I think one chart I ended up finding had no losses for any entry. So that's what I do every day. I look for 3 or 4 charts that every entry that could have been taken on the session since the opening the previous day. I look for charts that they're all winning, and for my scalp target, and then those are the charts I try to play. And so really all the charts I started with were somewhat questionable, except for one, which was a bigger tick size chart, and not a lot of setups on it. So when I started about just before 7, we had this big move down. It seemed like it was 2 legs down, more than 2 legs down. And there were a number of entries in here before I took any trade. I think I counted, and from the time I started trading somewhere around here to the time I took my loss on this chart, there had been 10, 11, 12, something like that, entries that all worked, including the one that I took on my first trade. So, yeah, I mean, if I was just taking every entry, I could have been like 10-0 pretty easily. But I don't know, it just wasn't clear. It was very, very range-like what was happening since the open of the session. And every entry it didn't look like a good entry. So I was just staying away, considering that when I'm trading my PA accounts first in the morning, I'm looking for the best setups that I can find and not just taking any entry at this point because I want to guarantee my payout. So, I skipped a lot, and then I finally took this first trade, and it's right about 7:45, just enough for my scalp, and then it would have turned against me if I had gone for any more than that. And so that was one trade in the books. And then I don't draw these ranges, so this wasn't here. I just had it in mind. That's what it looked like to me. And so when this set up, it was already becoming around the time that I would stop trading my PAs for the day. It was 9:10. I was already considering not trading any PA, but I decided to leave on PA6, unfortunately. And this thing actually, it's funny. Here, the high, 61.25. Wow. On this chart now, with the data refreshed because I shut everything down and opened it back up, it didn't even actually trigger this entry. So that's pretty weird. Somehow I got triggered. It did trigger when I played it live, and you can go back and watch the live recording. It's too bad in my review now it doesn't look the same, but I took this. It did get triggered at the time and got a loss. Unfortunately, it didn't look like this because then I would have never been in this trade. That's interesting. So anyway, the reason why I could have skipped this is because this was a sharp move down right through the EMA, just cut right through it and kept going. And a lot of times when that happens, I don't want to take the entry that comes up right after that. Those tend to be losers. So this chart hadn't lost all in here for like, I don't know, somewhere between 10 and 12 trades in a row, or 10, 12 entries in a row. And then, of course, I decided to take the one that ended up losing. So took a hit on PA6 as well as evaluation 22. That burned the chart. I wasn't trading this chart anymore. And so then I changed charts and went to this chart. And you can see here, this I drew for my last review. So you can see here that this is where I took that loss, which on this chart looked like a terrible entry anyway. I actually saw this in the corner of my eye and was thinking I probably shouldn't enter this, but I did it anyway against my better judgment. I just had like a feeling about it on that other chart. I had a feeling I should stay out of this, but I didn't listen to my instinct. Anyway, so it got me. And so then I switched to evaluation 22 only, which had taken the same amount of a loss as PA6, and I traded that, moved it up to 3 contracts, I believe, instead of 2, and I got a win here. Kind of broke a rule because I took it engulfing, and if it was a PA account, I wouldn't have taken this trade. I would have skipped it, but because it was just the evaluation, I wasn't afraid to like take more losses on it or blow it up or whatever. I took it and it ended up working. And then another one here that I took, and this is why I drew the line. This was right in an area where there was like some support over here. And so to me, it was like, okay, I could believe that it would play resistance over here. It's kind of the first test of it coming back to it. So I took this trade on evaluation 22 and 23, traded 3 contracts on each, which brought evaluation 22 back to just minus $47. And account number 23 made 138, and that was really my day. And then not long after this, this chart ended up getting a loss somewhere, and I called it for the day. So, not the best day, not the worst day. Definitely could have been worse if I got the loss on my PA number 2 account, and I still have $1,000 drawdown on PA6. So got plenty of room there. It's a bummer to see it where it is, but Tomorrow, these red numbers will be gone. It'll just say zeros like here, and I'll just treat it, you know, normal. So yeah, PA number 2 is now back above the highest balance it's been. So I've got full drawdown on it, and just over $618 away from getting a payout on this one. So that could be about 6 more trades if I'm fortunate to get 6 in a row on it. And I really want to get that out of the way, because once I get my money back for this, all of my Apex fees will be paid for. Unfortunately, I just realized that like 4 evaluations are going to renew in about a week. And so with that renewal, and then the renewals that I just had this past weekend, I think I had 3 or 4. So with all those fees, when I get a $2,000 payout, it's basically going to make me break even at this point. So I will need the next PA account, the 1,500 payout on this, to start seeing a profit. But in any case, as long as I have that 2,000 back in my pocket, my plan is to start trading more aggressively across the board, PA accounts and evaluations, because I won't be in debt like I am currently to Apex. So that's kind of the plan moving forward. I got to run again. 71% discount is going to change by midnight tonight, but you can still use this code anytime for the best discount possible. And let's see. Yeah, check out my live stream every day. Go back and check out my live stream after you watch my review. If you haven't seen it already, you can just skip to the trades and just scroll through and find them, and you can see them play out in real time. And yeah, otherwise, not bad. 3-1 for the day, 72 and 18 overall for the year 2024. I'm 10 trades away from 100 trades. So that's amazing to me, that if I'm going to be at about 100 trades by the end of this month, that is great. 50 trades a month is a huge advancement in my trading in terms of volume of trades. And it's going to position me better to be more successful as I move forward. And I think it could ultimately even go higher than that. So anyway, I think that's all I've got to say for today. Follow me tomorrow. Check out my live stream. Check out my reviews, and let's see if I can get to this payout. I'm getting really close. 6 trades in a row is all it will take at this point, trading 2 contracts per, and just going for my scalp. So I think I can do it. 3-1 for the week, and let's see what happens next. Come and join me. I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.